Hello, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel and Dude today. I would like to chat with you just a little bit about those things that help you gauge how you are doing emotionally. What are those things that help you sort of give you a reflection, help you to take stock of what's happening? And I thought I would use Dude as an example here. This is Dude, and Dude is my canary in the mine here. When Dude is anxious or acting like he's going wild and crazy, that's usually a good indication that things aren't exactly straightforward in my life, and things are going kind of nuts. And so, when I'm being smart, I pay attention to that. It's like right now, Dude he's panting heavily because I'm not sure why, but he is really frustrated because he can't find his chair and he can't find his anything in his new house, and he'd rather be in his old house. But he is doing a remarkable job of learning about things every day. Every time we come home, if we leave him home alone, he's at the front door waiting for us, and eventually he'll find his chair again once I've uncovered it, where he can sit and watch the world go by and know that when we get home. But he is a reminder to me of of what's happening in my inner being. When I'm calm, usually, when I'm calm, Dude is usually pretty calm. He doesn't usually get really needy. He's like, oh, see, he's pawing me. That tells me he wants me to scratch down lower. He uses his paw to move my hand. He's a very intelligent dog. He knows exactly what he wants. Don't ya? Okay, give me a mooch. Okay, there you go. Lay down. So there he goes. He's going to lay down beside me. He's very difficult to work with. He's not a trained actor dog. But what I was trying to say was that the Dude is his his external being, the way he behaves himself, is often a reflection of my internal being. So when he is anxious and agitated and all over the place, I mean all over the place, like room to room to room, and hopping up on the bed and getting down and going into the living room to the couch and coming down again. When he's doing all these things, usually if I take a look at my own life, I can see that my own interior self is like all over the map. He's a good reflection to me of what's happening when I don't realize it's happening. I may think that I'm calm and collected. I'm never cool. I'm never cool. But I might think I'm calm and collected. But in this moment, maybe I'm not really. And I can't see it because, can't see the forest for the trees. And so Dude is that awesome reminder to me of, wait a minute, if he's agitated, probably means I am too. So I need to help take care of him, which then in turn helps me to calm down. And then he calms down and things get better. So what about you? What are those things in your life, those canary in the gold or in the coal mine, those things that sort of give you some warning about when you need to calm down or when you need to refocus your direction? What are those things that you have in your life that sort of reflect for you the reality of your present tense, the way you are in this moment? I find that with different people, there's different things. For some people like me, it's their pets or their children or their spouse. For some people, it's what they are doing. I know somebody who, when they're anxious or something's sort of going overload in their mind, when they sit down to watch television in the evening, they just flip from channel to channel to channel. They can't land on anything in particular. But when they're really calm and things are going well, they can sit and watch a whole program without being distracted or needing the clicker to, the remote control, the bang, bang, bang. We all have those times in our lives when things are just like way up in the air and all in completely chaos. And I've talked about this last couple of days, a couple of times, and I wonder why, because my life is totally in chaos right now. But being aware of those times, and not just like I said yesterday about best laid plans, we can let them slide. But this isn't even just about best laid plans. This is just about being aware and alert to how your internal Geiger counter is doing. Are you like humming along with things are pretty calm and there's no blips, or are you like way up here, getting ready for an earthquake in the soul. What are those things or people or circumstances in your life that help you to figure out where you are, and how do you listen to them? I'm lucky because dude is a pretty demanding little being. When he's when he gets anxious like that, he demands my attention. He insists that I pay attention to him, which then in turn means that I end up paying attention to my own self, to being, even if it's simply because when he is anxious, for him to become non-anxious, I have to become non-anxious. I have to calm down. I have to pet him and sit with him and just be quiet. And in doing that for him, it helps me to just to do that for myself. And that allows me the opportunity then to regroup and then go back to what I was doing with a new mindset. We all need these moments of, these moments of clarity of someone or something that reminds us to take stock. And the same thing can be said about when things are going well. Noticing when things are going well, what are those things that help you to realize are going well so that you can maybe replay them again. Sorry if I'm bouncing, but I'm sitting on the bed doing this because I wanted dude to be here with me, but his breathing has got us jumping up and down. So you might be as dizzy as I am when you're watching this. Thinking about your own self, your own mental and spiritual health. What are those things that are, when things are going well, when you're feeling really, solid and stable in your mental and your spiritual world, what are those things that help you to realize that? Are your relationships better? Are your friendships more even? Are you able to eat properly? Or is your sleep pattern better? All of these things can help us to recognize when things are good, because if we know how we respond when things are good and we start to go off kilter, then those might be things we can work on to bring ourselves back onto kilter. So, for instance, if you know that when things are really good, you have a good sleep pattern, 6, 7, 8 hours of solid sleep, and that refreshes you and you're good. That's one of those factors that tells you that things are a-okay. And if you start to realize that something's slipping, something's wrong, maybe you need to focus on getting some sleep. Maybe you have to have a nap, or pair out some time so that you can actually get to bed on time or sleep in the morning, or get that time in. Maybe it's your eating habits. When things are going really well, maybe you're careful and considerate about what you're eating, making sure you're taking in the right nutrients and everything, or eating at particular times. Whereas when things are off kilter, maybe you're grabbing that thing to go, or you're eating fast food, or you're eating standing up, or you're not eating at all because you've skipped meals or you've missed them. Being able to get those things back on track. Say, okay, something's wrong, and I'm noticing that my eating patterns are way off. I need to get back on track. Even in that adjustment of making sure you sit down and eat at the table, eat with other people, have conversation, digest your food slowly. Like, don't try to cram it all in and run. That might help bring you back to some kind of equilibrium. So I think it's really important that we know ourselves well enough to know when are we wild and crazy, like Jude, or when are we calm and gentle and able to face whatever's coming at us. These are things we need to pay attention to so that we find our balance. We find that place of equilibrium. You don't always have to be calm and, just floating along life, being chill. Sometimes it's okay to be wild and crazy. It's when we go too much the other way that we have to be careful. So extremes of either are not good, but some kind of equilibrium. So think about, and then may let you know what are who or what acts is that notice to you that things are maybe not so good right now in your life, or maybe they are, or that things are going really well for you, because getting to know yourself is the greatest step you can take in getting to have a better relationship with others, a better relationship with God. It's when we know who we are and what we're doing and how we're thinking and feeling, then we're open to the possibilities around us to continue to do well. Because if we don't know ourselves, how can we know other people? And how can they know us either? Just thinking about that, just, thinking about poor dude, and he's feeling kind of homeless right now, and he'll get there, just like I will, soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm going to do some work on the kitchen. We'll get things oriented, and we'll stop eating fast food, and we'll eat home cooked meals again soon. Have a great day, and God bless you. And I look forward to hearing about how you know when things are good or bad. Have a great day.